Thanks for tuning in, guys.
I never really trusted to start recording until the YouTube stream on our computer off camera over there starts showing our faces. I think we should hit refresh.
We'll just stare at it until it does.
How you been? How's your writing going?
Oh, it's on. We're on. It's been okay. I've been busy, but I've been trying to write a little bit every day. Yeah.
Well, you know what they say. Write a little bit every day, and at the end of the month, you'll be surprised how little you have.
It's true, yeah. I just started writing, like, a quick scene, but that adds up. Yeah, 30 days, you got 30 scenes.
Well.
And then I started, I got addicted to that show, Unreal. It's basically one of the producers from The Bachelor co-wrote and, like, created the show, and it's basically, like, behind the scenes of a dating reality show, like what
I've heard about
goes
that.
down. It's actually pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So and that's what's all the dark underbelly.
I have no idea how many people are in the room right now because I can't see stats. Could be everyone, it could be no one, and no one is more likely. But if you're joining us, today we're just going to read through a short script and then talk about that short script and how it made us feel. And then, with the permission of the author, we're going to rewrite it right here on the air. Yay! And then afterwards we'll take a break and maybe talk about screenwriting. Because my end goal is to have something on video that's longer than 1 minute that explains the process in a more useful way.
What is this that we're about to read?
You know, I actually forgot the title, so let's look up what that title is. The Great Hooch. Or Great Hooch. That could be a person or it could be a description like, this hooch was really good. Hooch being a bootlegged liquor. Let's find out.
Intrigued.
I always think of a script like a pack of baseball cards or something, because there's always like one chase card you really want. And most baseball card packs are just full of worthless filler cards, but you know, every so often you find something wonderful. Maybe this could be the one.
Could be. On this rainy day in Los Angeles.
Fade in. Interior, exterior, convenience store, midday. Jack Smith walks into a convenience store.
Jack Smith is an old man. He uses a cane to walk and wears a trench coat. He looks cool for an old man.
And I'm already out of it.
Alright.
Well, one line in and I no longer care what's going on. But let's press on. The clerk is watching TV. He has a foreign language.
What?
Alright. Already I begin to suspect that English may not be the first language of this author, but...
It could be what's happening here.
Welcome to Happy Go. We have stuff. Who cares?
The clerk returns to watching TV. What's the strongest hooch here?
What?
Jack swings his cane in the air. Don't get smart with me. Where is the strongest liquor, you whippersnapper?
Absinthe. It's in the back over there.
In the back of the store, the wall is full of liquor. He browses them and picks out a random bottle. Vodka? Not in this lifetime.
I'm actually already kind of happy about this, because even though this isn't making me happy or fulfilled in any way, there's a lot to change here.
Yeah, so for this purpose of this
purpose,
exercise, this is
in the background,
exactly
a guy dressed in black with black shades walk in. Oh, God.
It's a Matrix action going on now. Jack looks through the mirror in the corner of the room.
The shady man pulls a gun on the clerk. Ah! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
The clerk's hands fly into the air. Jack grabs the absinthe and slowly walks towards the front.
Give me everything in the register! Now!
The clerk opens the cash and starts taking the cash out.
Oh, man. I haven't read this before. This may have been the wrong choice, but...
No.
Jack places the bottle of absinthe on the counter next to the robber. Who the hell are you?
The robber changes targets back and forth. He doesn't know at whom to point the gun.
Jack throws $30 on the counter, opens the bottle, and chugs 3 big gulps. What are you doing? What the hell, man? He puts the cap back on the bottle and puts it on the table.
Time to kick some commie ass again, I guess.
Okay. The robber points to hold the gun to Jack's face. He stares down the barrel, unaffected. Who are you, old man?
That is no way to talk to an elderly, you great, ungrateful shit.
Screw you! Bang, the robber shoots. The bullet stops millimeters from Jack's forehead.
That was close. I might die of a heart attack.
The clerk faints. The robber is shocked. He fires 3 more times as he backs away. All 3 bullets stop, further from Jack than before. What the fuck, man?
The robber falls on his ass. Don't cry, youngster. Stand up.
He stands up. Jack lightly taps his stomach with the bottom of his cane.
The robber gets flown back through the window and onto the other side of the street.
Jack goes behind the counter to help the clerk up. What happened?
He sees the mess and the robber on the other side of the street. The bullets are still in the air in front of the counter.
What is this?
Thanks, Skipper. I almost forgot.
Jack snaps his fingers. The bullets return to normal speed and continue on their path. The police are coming. Please sit down, sir.
The clerk puts a chair out in front of the counter for Jack. Don't worry, Skipper. I have to go. Keep the change.
How did Jack suddenly become Sean Connery, and why didn't you do that at the start?
You know, he just kind of got more badass as he went along.
Say something else in Sean Connery's voice. I didn't know you...
No, it's a one-time only deal, Matt.
It's on video. I'm going to make it into my ringtone.
Okay. Your text tone.
The old man walks out the door with his cane in hand.
Int.
Okay, well, that was not good.
That was weird.
Alright, what did we like about this?
I mean, I guess it could have been interesting if there was a little more explanation of why he has these powers. I mean, there was literally no... Like, I like it when things are a little mysterious, leave a little to the imagination, but we have no base reality of why this Jack Smith guy is like an old-timey Matrix superhero who can stop bullets with his mind.
Alright.
So I'd like that to be explained a little further.
What would you say the plot of this is?
I guess you could say an unlikely hero saves the day. Like, you wouldn't expect this old man to conquer this robber in said situation.
I find plot a little bit more literal. It would be something like an old man walks into a liquor store. He stops a robbery with superpowers. Like, that is literally the plot of it. Just like the plot of Star Wars is literally a farm boy goes and blows up an aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
But that's not the story. The example I always give the difference between plot and story. If a fella is trying to get a girl into bed, and he wants to maybe talk a little randy, a little R-rated, he wouldn't say, "You and I are going to have sex." He would, get a little more granular. He'd be like, "First I'll kiss your neck, then I'll move my hands down to wherever," right?
Mm-hmm.
And even though that literally means the same thing, now he's telling a story as opposed to just giving the overall broad strokes of the incident. And right now this is the broad strokes of the incident, and the problem with the script is it's no more interesting on the story level than it is in the broad strokes of the incident.
Yeah.
So let's clean it up.
Did you just find this on Reddit?
Yeah. Well, someone sent it in, and I wish for their sake that I liked this more, but this is actually very, very wince-inducing. Alright. Do you think we should call him Jack Smith or an old man?
You could just leave it as old man. It's kind of ominous.
Yeah.
Doesn't even need a name. Because he never introduces himself.
An old man. Right now this is 3 lines. Let's turn it into 1 line, so I have to read less of this.
Mm-hmm.
Color in the cane a little bit.
I mean, this guy is clearly a wizard.
Yeah, he looks cool for an old man. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
Is he, like, wearing sunglasses? Is he having an Affliction t-shirt? Is he gonna go do Gym Tan laundry with the Jersey Shore cast? We need to figure out a way to stop having this happen. The clerk is watching TV. He has a foreign language.
Does he mean accent?
Well, he clearly...
Like what accent? What foreign accent?
Alright, you know what? I would suspect that this is written...
I think the person who wrote it is...
Spanish.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes you have a language in Spanish. So, I mean, I don't mean to disrespect any author who's writing something whose native language is not English, because that's really hard, and I can't do that in any other language.
Yeah, I can't even write
But even
English.
if you are a foreigner, you want to write in such a way that it doesn't seem like it's your second language, because people tend to be very bitchy about our native tongues.
Or just have somebody whose native language is
an
English.
Indian American, a clerk. Let's just make this.
Making it more specific. I like it.
Welcome to Happy Go. We have stuff. Now this is called Good Hooch. So, given that they spend all this time asking about what the strongest hooch is, I would expect that to pay off in some way.
Yeah.
But right now, Jack seems like a moron. You're 70 years old. You've been in the war killing commies, and you need to ask a Pakistani-American liquor store clerk what is going to get you drunk?
Yeah.
Are you mentally deficient, Jack?
Jack.
Have you never drank before? Does alcohol fuel your powers?
Jack should have a good knowledge of his favorite liquor at this point in his life. Actually, that's interesting you said that. I didn't realize that at the time, but it's possible that because he chugged it right before he started his whole superpower battle, so it's possible that he has to have some strong hooch to do such things.
Maybe, but they left that vague, so let's make that choice on a next pass through. But right now... Alright, why is there any way we can justify why he's asking for the strongest hooch?
I mean, he wants to get turned up, but I don't know. I mean, it seems like he would have a go-to, like his favorite whiskey or whatnot. It's just a weird, like, kind of pointless little interaction right there. Unless he's in Utah or something and they don't carry the strong stuff.
Well, if they're selling absinthe, they're not in Utah.
Yeah.
Where is the strongest liquor? A, that would be a comment there, and B, you whippersnapper is sort of like bad dialogue. It's just genuinely bad dialogue, because that's stereotypical old man dialogue.
Well, also, he's supposed to be a cool old man, so I feel like he wouldn't.
Well, he looks cool. Out. I mean, there's literally nothing about the characterization of Jack that is remotely cool. Like, somehow the execution of the script has even made having telekinetic superpowers look tragically uncool.
Yeah.
So I'm not too into it. But you whippersnapper is like having a black character in the script go, "Sup, dog? Yeah. How you living?" Or an uncool guy saying, "Yo, I'm whoever, and I'm here to say," or
yeah,
"Gentlemen too evil." That is like such bad dialogue.
Things that people don't actually say.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone outside of an old Gabby Hayes movie call someone a whippersnapper. Gabby Hayes played old prospectors in old westerns, which I know because I grew up with fossils who watched old movies. Oh, Jack smirks slightly, nearly unnoticeable. Well, thank God for that. Rose, you're an actor. You want to give me a slight, nearly unnoticeable smirk?
Oh, so subtle. You're going to have to really zoom in on that one.
Yeah. Why is he smirking slightly, nearly unnoticeable?
Let's just, I would just cut that. I mean...
Would a convenience store be selling absinthe?
Not one that I've ever been to. I would like to go to this convenience store. You need to go to, like, a Bevmo for that. Needs to go to wine, liquors, and more.
Let's give Jack the clerk works to understand the question.
I mean, it would probably be if you're
Jack
at a gas station.
Gets bored. Waves. You know, wave. Jack gets bored. Waves. Forget about it. And heads to the back.
Yeah, I feel like the strongest drink you could get at a liquor store is like a Four Locos before they were legal.
Also, given that if Jack were to be fueled by liquor, like Popeye and his spinach, then wouldn't he enter with more urgency?
Right.
Because it was like, what he's literally saying is, I'm in trouble and I need to reload my gun. Where do you keep your ammunition? Where do you keep your ammunition?
Yeah, that needs to be more clear if that's the intention. And I don't know if we're totally making that up, but I think it gives it something more interesting.
It fundamentally must, because otherwise Jack is either he is fueled by liquor like Popeye.
Yeah.
Or the script is just working really way too hard to make this a cool character by giving him a trench coat and get this, he drinks.
Yeah.
And if you want a cool character, don't say whippersnapper.
Exactly.
And now Jack can actually just head to the back of the store because he's a grown-up with 70 plus years on this earth and not literally need to be pointed to booze, which is always in the same place in a store like this.
Yes.
Let's do a new slug line because that's a new camera setup. Also, why the hell is this an interior-exterior?
I guess because he walks in, so there's like a tiny shot of him outside of the door, and then he...
And the reason I'm doing this, I wish I could spell convenience.
It's a tough one.
The reason I'm doing this is because that's a different camera setup. If you want an establishing shot with Jack entering, sure, but just I like to reestablish the slug line whenever we get a
new
camera setup.
Yeah, smart.
In the back of the store, let's make that clearer. He browses and picks out a random bottle. Vodka? Haha, not in this life. Alright, why did you pick up vodka if you didn't want it in the first place?
Yeah, what's not in this lifetime mean? Like it's not strong enough for him?
No, because he was killing commies, because apparently he's a badass old man who's a war veteran, he associates in his warped brain vodka with the Communist Party, and being a staunch anti-communist, he'd rather suck the devil's dick than let vodka, a Soviet drink, pass through his saintly American lips.
Okay, I totally missed that. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I caught that, but I'm sorry I did. Like, I'm genuinely sorry I know any of that. But the thing is, if he hates vodka this much, which I'm pretty sure my interpretation is correct, why is he picking it up? It's like that old joke where a dumbass walks into a bar holding a pile of shit, and he says, "Look what I almost stepped in."
Basically. He wouldn't touch that double water.
Yeah. Vodka? Haha, not in this lifetime. Because that raises the question, ask me why I picked up the vodka.
Why'd you pick up the vodka?
Because I hated it so much. I wanted to illustrate my hatred with a scoffing comment. Yeah,
I mean, he can pick it up and throw it on the ground and break it if he really wants to be a badass mofo.
Yeah. Let's, he, notes the vodka section.
I mean, I don't know if that was just me totally missing a joke, but if he just like muttered something about like commies, I would have completely got it.
When did Americans start drinking this commie shit?
Yeah.
Because then it's more specific.
Yeah.
Because maybe I'm wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. But even this would frame it so that you wouldn't leave people out.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't want to tell jokes that make people feel
like me can't pick up on, you know.
Well, here's the deal. Like, we all have modes of expertise. But if you average out things that everyone knows, it's not that big a circle. We have a very small reference pool. Mm-hmm. That's why every Shakespeare play is Romeo and Juliet. And every cowboy hat is a Stetson.
Yeah.
When did Americans start drinking this commie shit? So now it's clear what he's saying. In the background, alright, A, capitalize... God. A guy dressed in black with black shades...
Wouldn't he have a mask on? Like, you don't just go rob a bank only with sunglasses on.
Browses up. The door chimes as a masked robber bursts through.
Yeah. Or like one of those Halloween masks or something.
I think we have like 0 watchers right now, which is a first for us.
We have 1.
I think that's us.
Is that us?
I think so. But you know what? This will live on forever in video, and people seem to like watching them on video. So.
Well, there you go.
More content for the channel. Yay. Thanks for watching. If anyone watches this,
guys, we advertise this on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Testing the Twitter network, and also
nobody follows.
If civilization ends and somehow this is the only time capsule to feature like alien explorers who try and uncover what life was like, every day was exactly like this.
Yeah. On this rainy day in Los Angeles.
So, masked robber, good point, because if he's a freaking robber.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen a movie or TV scene with a mask or with a robber going into a convenience store where they didn't have a mask on. I mean, that just, why would you do that?
Do you know what
You're on video.
I once saw 2 guys get arrested, their mugshots, and these geniuses tried to rob a store, but to disguise their faces, they just drew on their faces with a Sharpie marker.
That's amazing.
So they thought it would like foil the camera or something.
Did you see that episode of Broad City, the 3rd season?
No.
Alana has a crop top on at work, and they're like, you can't wear that, so she just like Sharpies her stomach the same color.
Jack looks through the mirror in the corner of the... yeah. Ah, don't shoot, don't shoot. Okay, that's the most low-key of all time. Hang on, what did I do here? Alright, so we're going to clean up this line so we don't...
Need 2 of them, yeah.
We're going to get rid of, don't shoot, don't shoot. Because that seems like a sensible thing that a foreigner would say if a guy burst through and held a gun on him.
The clerk's hands fly in the air. Nah, I don't need that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they'd be more likely to have 151 than absent. I don't know. Maybe we're just overthinking the alcohol choice here.
Well, it's a weird alcohol choice.
It's just something you wouldn't have at a gas station, I feel like.
Well, also, like, just in terms of character, I kind of feel like Jack is an old school American guy who genuinely thinks, it's like, I want some Johnny Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I want some, even Bushmill sounds a little too, Eurotrash for him.
Yeah.
Jack considers the robber. Robber goes back to browsing, this time with more urgency. He selects a deluxe, a top shelf label of a top shelf version of Johnny Walker.
Yeah. Don't they have like Black Label or something?
He selects a top shelf version of Johnny Walker and slowly walks to the front as he opens it. So now it's like, and the reason I'm giving more urgency is because now we see that in some way his selection is motivated by this event.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, like when he starts drinking it, I'm just going to make him glow because then it's like a more casual example.
Why not?
Hey, if you're watching this, thanks. Jack grabs, we're in the process of rewriting a script, which I don't like very much. Jack grabs the absinthe and slowly walks toward the front. Alright, don't shoot, don't shoot. Give me everything in the register. Now, I'm going to go with that. I don't think you need yelling, though. I mean, I don't think he's saying it lovingly.
Yeah, I think we get the point. There's exclamation marks.
Alright. Give me everything in the register now. Alright, also, this is a very unobservant robber because an old man in a trench coat, who looks cool for an old man, is walking up with a bottle of liquor in his hand, and he's not clocking that.
Yeah. Might be something to notice.
The robber notices Jack walking up toward him. What the fuck are you? I mean, that's what I would ask.
Yeah. Seems like something a shady robber would say as well.
Let's do that a little quicker. Why is Jack putting the absinthe on the counter next to the... Okay. This is needless choreography. Alright, so the metaphor here is that Jack is so honorable, he can't even drink this liquor until he's paid for it.
Right. But you can condense that information quite a bit.
Jack throws 30...
Hashtag 30.
30 bucks on the counter and takes a swig from the bottle.
Oh, wait, did we ended up keeping it Jack instead of Old Man?
Yeah, we're calling him Jack.
Okay.
I feel like. As he does, his eyes begin to glow with a strange blue electricity. And what we're doing here is we're rendering. If I told you I flew today, like, whatever, right? Like, you probably don't believe me. But if I told you, for years I've been studying transcendental meditation. I've always dreamed of flying ever since a girl fell off a railing next to me. She fell to her death in a waterfall. And in my dreams, I always wish if I could have caught her, I could have done better. I heard about a yogi. He's actually got a really small studio out in Koreatown.
Mm-hmm.
They meet in this basement, and it smells like this moldy old dungeon. But I go down there, and I've seen him levitate off the ground. And he always told me, someday, Matt, when your mind is free, you will fly. And yesterday, I hovered a foot off the ground. And then, as I kept practicing, I got higher and higher, and soon I was flying. And I flew through downtown LA under cloud cover, and I could see people almost looking at me, but they would not see me because they wouldn't fathom that I was flying. You know, you'd want to hear those details, and that's the difference between, hey, I flew today, and telling a fucking story.
You need a little context.
A little context, a little texture. So if amazingly, improbably, this guy is a liquor-fueled Popeye, render it. Give it some texture.
Exactly.
You ever feel like a very, very sarcastic version of Bob Ross when we do this?
Exactly.
We're going to put a little bit of rendering.
A
A happy little render. This texture is going to be our secret, you and me.
Just between us, guys.
How did Bob Ross have a TV show, by the way?
I don't know, but I mean, if he had one, we should have one.
We should
'cause we're
totally...
just as creepy.
You know, he used to be a drill instructor, and he got so tired of yelling, he wanted to do peaceful artwork, so...
He's like, I just want to be gentle and happy and share beautiful things with the world. Yeah, we're Bob Rossing the script. It feels
As he
right.
does, his eyes begin to glow with a strange blue electricity. I don't care about how many gulps you have. What are you doing?
He should just chug the whole... I think if you're going to mention how much he drinks, it should be the entire bottle. Or it just shouldn't be mentioned. Go big or go home.
When I was a kid, I tried to drink an entire pint glass full of bourbon.
Oh, I don't think I could even do that
I
now.
couldn't. I puked amazingly. Like,
that's rough.
yeah, that was a bad night.
How old were you?
Like 18. Like
Okay.
my gag
I was
reflex.
thinking you were like 12. I was like,
No.
damn.
My gag reflex is sudden and immediate.
That's disgusting.
What are you doing? What the hell, man? See, this is why we need to keep doing it weekly. You know, look at you having a life and doing shoots and stuff. You're a monster.
I was a foot model the other day.
Really?
Yeah. That's what's new with me. Sample size feet. They are.
You know, for such
They're
a large
small.
girl, you've got very dainty feet.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how I support my own weight. So,
You're like one of those unrealistic action figures.
it's like the little Barbie feet.
Alright, let's put ourselves in the robber's head. Alright. Why is he saying time to kick some commie ass again? Yeah, given that we've clarified that he hates communists, and he got no idea that the robber is a commie. I don't know.
I don't
that's
think
just
the robber's a commie.
Yeah.
He's just from the wrong side of the track.
Also, drinking from a bottle is badass. You know, corking it and putting it back on the table is so uncool.
He should just chug it and then shatter the bottle on the ground.
When he's had his fill, he hurls the bottle to the floor. Cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's badass. That's what a rock star would do.
That's a little threatening.
Saving it for later is just the most twee little thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, come on, Jack. No chill.
What are you doing? What the hell, man? Not interesting.
No.
So let's have rather than have the robber say, "Who are you, old man?"
I feel like you just say, like, get on the ground or something.
But
Robbery.
also, like, given that I'm giving him a strange blue electricity in his eyes, let's just have him, like, the robber weirded out. Robber is weirded out. He pulls the trigger. Jack's face. He stares in the barrel. God. That's no way to talk to an elderly. You ungrateful shit. He pulls the trigger. Bang.
Is that rogue exclamation point up there?
God. Bang.
You got it.
The robber shoots. Yeah, we kind of got that from the bang.
Yeah.
Alright, now the bullet stops millimeters from Jack's forehead. That's a potentially interesting shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a Japanese animation shot where, like, the bullet, you know, if you can see here.
Well, don't they do that in The Matrix?
Yeah, they also do it in Superman, what do you call it? The Bryan Singer Superman.
Yeah, little slow-mo bullet.
Here, yeah.
And you just...
You turn in profile to this. Like, I should probably do it from the other direction. What it's basically saying is, bang! And then suddenly, like, the bullet is coming in, like, from here. And it's kind of spinning and spiraling. Right? And that would actually be kind of cool if you saw that in life. But the reason why you have to do it in such slow motion is a bullet moves faster than the speed of sound.
Yeah.
And it's from a gun that's like a foot away from a guy. If that literally just happens, like, how do you see the bullet in the first place? And also the bullets are, you know, the bullets are small. Time slows down as the bullet emerges from the muzzle of the gun, spiraling inexorably. I'm getting a little purple. Toward Jack's. Do you want it to be aimed at Jack's eye?
Yeah.
At Jack's eye?
Makes me more uncomfortable.
That's
higher stakes.
Literally a shot for shot stolen from Superman. Actually, I've never done.
Let's watch that.
Yeah, I've never done this before, but like this is literally the shot they're describing.
Yeah, it needs to be like super slow mo, and then the camera needs to just do like a 360 around the entire situation.
I mean, literally.
Oh yeah.
This is why I'm unimpressed by the scene. It actually looks kind of cool. I never got stuff like this. Like, yeah, here's a shot.
I don't like how it actually hit his eye. That was just really awkward.
Well, that's how invulnerable he is.
And now they're just like zooming in on his bulge.
It's a Bryan Singer movie, for God's sake. The man has needs, Rose.
Alright, well, yeah, that's, is there one in Matrix, or making that up? I feel like it, like, hovers right in front of someone.
Oh, who cares? Is there?
I don't know, it was less annoying than that one, though.
Alright. Toward Jack's eye. And when it says stops millimeters from Jack's forehead, there's a difference between a bullet just stopping as it's suspended, or, like, from Jack's... stops an inch in front of Jack's face, and I'm going to say it crumples. Crumpling. Like it's hit an imaginary wall.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now Jack's badass line here, that was close. I might die of a heart attack. That is just trying way too hard.
Yeah.
The clerk faints. People don't faint. If you're just joining us now, we're almost done rewriting the script. After that, we're going to complain about how much we didn't like rewriting the script, and then probably move on to a more fertile topic.
Clark faints.
Alright.
I mean, I have fainted, but not from fear.
Have you fainted?
Yeah, I have fainted, but from, like, just being too hot, so that's...
Or, like, you know, when you left your drink unattended around a shady guy.
Yeah, when I got roofied. I get roofied on a daily basis.
I told you I was sorry. Let's see.
I don't remember, so that's fine.
The clerk faints. The robber is shocked and he fires 3 more times as he backs away. Alright, that's weird. Like, you know.
Yeah, he's just trying to kill... I mean, I guess I could see somebody panicking and
Yeah.
being like, "Oh shit, you're
The
invincible.
robber
Let me just
and the clerk
keep popping."
freak out. The robber backs away in blind panic. He fires 3 more times. Jack's eyes glow as he deflects the bullets with a wave of hand. Deflects. I can't type. The bullets with a wave of his hand. What the fuck, man? The rubber falls on his eyes. The rubber falls on his ass. Okay, what the fuck,
That
man?
only makes sense to me if he's like backing up really fast away from him and like trips himself.
I don't care. The robber backs up until he can't back up anymore. Jack walks up to him. Let me show you the door. Jack lightly taps the robber's stomach. The bottom of his cane. The robber gets thrown back, clear through the wall. His body lands in a crumpled, bloody pile on the other side of the street. Remember those days we used to complain that there were only like 5 people in the room? I miss those days.
Where is everyone? I think you have to put it on Facebook. Or where did you put it on before? Facebook and Twitter?
I usually did Reddit.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Reddit really drives traffic.
Gotta do it, man.
Next time, I'm testing my social media network.
Yeah? Well, we've learned that Twitter doesn't work.
Okay. The clerk... Jack heads for the door. The clerk looks down at the money Jack threw, and then at Jack,
Give him a little save the cat
holy
moment.
shit. I like how the bullets are still suspended in the air. Like, I don't feel like,
Yeah.
that's a cool image, but I genuinely don't feel like dealing with it. Like, if the writer wanted this to be caught, he should have actually described what that looks like.
Yeah. I also feel like he was intentionally stopping him with his glowing eyes,
Yeah.
and as soon as he, like, directs his attention somewhere else, they would
Yeah.
drop. I mean, obviously,
Well-
this isn't something that can happen, so I don't know why I'm trying to use logic here.
Oh, according to, if we're taking this literally, Jack has the ability to either stop time or take away the, or alter Newtonian physics.
Mm-hmm.
And what he does is by looking at the bullet, in a manner that quicker than the speed of sound, he can actually drain the energy away from a bullet and leave it hanging there, suspended as if its forgotten gravity exists, which is crazy and cool. But if you're going to make me do that much work, you owe it to me to describe it, just as I described how I would fly earlier.
Yeah.
Like, at least make it interesting. Jeez, this is a case of making an interesting thing boring.
Yeah.
Like, if you're trying to write the most boring version of stopping a bullet, this might be up there. So even though that is actually the coolest idea in the script, I don't feel like dealing with it. So I just cut out a cool idea, and I'm copying to it.
You gotta do it.
The police are coming, sit down. Why is he telling him to sit down? Like,
Yeah. And when did he call the police?
I have no idea. He has no idea what to say. All he can stammer out is, "Clerk, sir, I owe you change." I love how he capitalized Skipper.
You gotta. Don't worry, Skipper!
Keep it.
It's kind of a badass last
Keep
minute.
it.
Yeah. Good last line.
Mhm. Sirens sound in the distance, coming closer. Jack walks out the door with the cane in hand. The clerk runs to the door to see where he's going, but Jack has already vanished without a trace. Boom.
Yeah, I like that ending.
Alright, let's read through this again and see if it actually makes sense and isn't wince-inducing.
Alrighty.
Interior, convenience store day.
An old man, 70s, walks into a convenience store. We never put his name in that slug line.
You're right.
Jackman.
Alright.
And Jack.
Fuck.
God damn it, Matt.
I'm terrible.
Get a grip.
Jack, 70s, walks into a convenience store. He leans on a mahogany cane with a gold eagle head handle. He wears a long trench coat.
Interior convenience store day. A clerk, 30s, Pakistani, looks up from a soccer game on a portable TV. He glances at Jack, then returns his attention to the game.
What's the strongest suit? What's the strongest suit you got? What's the strongest suit you got? That's why you read things. Where is the strongest liquor? The clerk works to understand the question. Jack gets bored, waves, forget about it, and heads to the back of the store.
Interior convenience store liquor section. Jack browses a well-stocked liquor section. In the back of the store, the wall is full of liquor.
Ugh.
Yeah, we didn't delete that yet. Jack browses a well-stocked liquor section. He notes the vodka section with dozens of choices with disgust.
He disgustedly notes the well. This is why you always go through your own work and read it.
Yeah.
Like before, like I genuinely don't see my typos.
Yeah, when you read it out loud, you
Dude,
notice
the dozens of choices of vodka. When did Americans start drinking this commie shit?
As Jack browses, the door chimes as a masked robber bursts through. He holds a gun on the clerk.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Jack considers the robber, goes back to browsing, this time with more urgency. He selects a top-shelf version of Johnny Walker and slowly walks to the front as he opens it.
Give me everything in the register. Now!
The robber notices Jack walking up towards him.
Who the fuck are you? Get down on the ground, old man.
Yeah. Jack throws $30 on the counter and takes a swig from the bottle. When he's had his fill, he hurls the bottle to the floor. As he does, his eyes begin to glow with a strange blue electricity.
The robber is weirded out. He pulls the trigger. Bang! Time slows down as the bullet emerges from the muzzle of the gun, spiraling inexorably toward Jack's eye.
The bullet stops millimeters.
Oh, fuck. Hang on.
I think I need to just go out. Oh.
I think I need a new HDMI cable or something, because that happens.
The bullet stops an inch in front of Jack's face, crumpling like it's hit an imaginary wall.
Invisible wall.
Yeah. The robber and the clerk freak out. The robber backs away in blind panic. He fires 3 more times. Jack's eyes glow as he deflects the bullets with a wave of his hand.
The robber backs up till he can't back up anymore. He's trapped with his back to a wall. Let me show you the door, young man.
Jack lightly taps the robber's stomach with the bottom of his cane. The robber gets thrown back, clear through the wall. His body lands in a crumpled, bloody pile on the other side of the street.
Jack heads for the door. The clerk looks down at the money Jack paid. He has no idea what to say, so all he can stammer. Jack heads for the door. The clerk looks down at the money Jack paid. He has no idea what to say. All he can stammer out is, "Sir, I owe change."
Jack Smith, keep it.
Sirens sound in the distance, coming closer. Jack walks out the door with his cane in hand. The clerk runs to the door to see where he's going, but Jack has already vanished without a trace.
Sweet. I could see that being the
Like the
cold
opening
open of a show or
Yeah.
the opening scene of a movie, and then the credits, the opening credits go.
The only thing we didn't put paid to is the fact that the bullets actually remain suspended in the air.
Yeah.
Like, it actually hurts my brain to think about that. It's a superpower you don't see very often.
Yeah, I don't know if it's even worth going into.
Yeah, so it'd be kind of like gilding the lily and polishing a turd.
Yeah.
But overall, I think this is more successful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save this and post this so you can see the before and after, and you tell me if I've missed something. But this is a case of a really interesting idea and an execution that made me so very bored.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to write a good action sequence. Were you saying that's one of your least favorite things to write is action?
My least favorite thing to write is either a heist
Oh, that's right.
or a meet cute. Heist because...
Oh, meet cute. They've all been done.
Yeah.
All the good ones have been done.
Exactly. Well, if you're just joining us, we just did a rewrite of a scene. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and we will be back with some more nonsense in just a little bit. Should probably put that in.
Yeah,
Yeah, just type, we'll be right back. Okay, we should be live. Let's just click until, like, my...
Well, it's on the delay, so maybe in like 30 seconds.
Maybe. Did I mention I really hate YouTube Live? Like, almost everything about this platform is